Good morning. It's your KCHW morning show right here on KCHW 102.7. We have a very exciting show for you guys today. I'm very excited about this one. We have myself, Chuck Ritchie, my co-host, Gina Greenwood.
Good morning.
The lovely Gina Greenwood.
Good morning.
Good morning. And our guest today, actually one of my favorite YouTubers out there. Her name is Amy Stacy Curtis, and she's going to be joining us the second half of the show. She has a voice like an angel. She's going to talk all about it. Basically, I'll let her tell her story. I won't get too much into it.
You sent me some of her YouTube videos. Oh my gosh!
Yeah, beautiful singer.
And her spirit is awesome.
Oh, absolutely.
She lives in Maine. You said right?
Okay. Yeah, she's joining us from Lewiston, Maine, on Zoom.
Okay.
And really excited. Again, I reached out to her just off. A lot of times I follow people online, and I'll reach out to them and say, "Hey, you want to be on the show?" And,
right.
And she said yes. And so I'm very excited to have her.
That's exciting.
She's been kind of an inspiration. She's a very inspirational person.
She really is.
Just what she's been through in her life.
Oh my gosh, what a journey, huh?
Oh yeah, she's been through a lot. She recently won, and I'm not going to get too into that either, but she recently won Maine's Got Talent, the statewide talent show in Maine. So
excellent.
Yeah,
that's wonderful.
Yeah, especially with Chihuahua's Got Talent coming up.
Oh,
good timing. Yeah,
yeah.
Not to tie it in.
Oh yeah,
let's
dovetail it in. It's all in. We're in there.
It's always about us. All right, so yeah, let's go ahead and get on with the show here.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm excited. It's raining out there. If you hadn't noticed,
I know we need the rain. The earth needs the rain.
We do, and man, things are just getting greener and greener and greener out there.
Flowers are starting to pop up everywhere.
Oh, it's exploding. Even my flowers that are starting to come up are just they almost look deformed. They're just growing so fast.
Yeah,
and
ready
so
to
wild,
burst open. Rah! I know.
Yeah,
the tulips are ready to open.
Yeah, I've never seen
the daffodils. Did you see
the church?
The church is that
yes.
Amazing, gorgeous daffodils.
Incredible.
Isn't that incredible?
It's just like a solid mat of daffodils.
I know.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
Yeah,
it's beautiful. It's this is.
I come out of Wafed Bank,
Oh yeah,
and I get to just witness that gorgeous sight.
Oh, absolutely. This. A lot of people don't like the heat. I'm not a big fan of the heat in the middle of the summer. I'm not a big fan of the cold either. But this right here is my favorite time of the year.
Okay,
I love it.
That's great.
A time of rebirth and growth and new beginnings.
Yes.
Right.
Right.
All right, so I'm trying to adjust I can't tell if my mic's coming out really hot.
Speaking of regrowth, you folks out there listening, you got to check out the installation of the honoring the stewardship of Mother Earth.
Yes.
And this has been a collaborative effort. It is incredible. Taekwondo, the window, right downtown. And, of course, it ties in with our first Thursday. We'll talk about that later.
Yeah.
But it is incredible. You cannot believe how many people. Gail Schrappe, Marcy Bravo was a lead artist, and lots of people from the community, kids, myself. It is incredible. All made out of recycled materials, pollinators. Well, you just have to go check it out. It is so incredible.
I think I was looking at it. I spent some time yesterday staring at the window, and I bet you I could stare at that window for hours and still not see everything.
And I think Marcy's going to design like a little scavenger hunt just for fun to have you look for certain things.
Yeah. Ooh,
and then the Creative District, I have to shout out, that was so helpful to have that room to work in and put all of our stuff. It was like incredibly wonderful to have that space.
I love peeking my head in there and seeing the progress. And
you said that one day you opened the door and you're like, boom!
Wow!
Hey,
it was incredible.
Spring has sprung.
Right there in the building.
I know.
It is
great.
Beautiful.
It was super great to have that. I can't even tell you how much difference it makes to. It was just made it so much more real because we had a place to work if we needed to.
Yep.
Store. You know what I mean? It was just lovely.
Oh yeah, nice.
Thank you.
Nice. I'm glad it worked out.
Chewy, the Creative District. Thank you very much.
We'd considered renting that space out, but we decided it would be much more conducive to the goals of the Creative District to have the space available.
Community space.
And it will be turned into more of
an office or something.
Not necessarily an office. Office is kind of an ugly word, but
a
shared use space, for classes, for workshops, for that kind of stuff.
That's awesome.
Yeah,
it's a nice space.
Yeah, it won't be a stuffy boardroom, but it'll.
Oh, I know that.
It'll be a multi-purpose room.
I know.
How about that?
There you go.
There you go. Multi-purpose room. All right, so let's go ahead and get along with the show here. Take a look at the weather. As we said, it is raining. Yeah,
it is.
There is some spring. Not here, but there's of late heavy snowfall.
Mm-hmm.
Going across all of the Midwest and the Great Lakes area.
Yeah, crazy winter.
Yeah, so people are getting that second winter.
And the flooding, I guess, in Hawaii and all
Oh,
this
yeah.
crazy stuff happening.
Yeah, I've heard about that.
I know.
Yeah. When it floods in Hawaii, they're an island. Where does it go?
I've seen just a few pictures. A friend of ours lives there, and wow, it's amazing to see. A lot of damage water can do.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, any natural thing like that, but I don't know. It's lots of water. That's all I know. You can tell dimensionally where there's like a car and the water's coming up halfway.
Oh,
the
yeah.
car door. I
Oh.
mean, like big time.
Scary.
Get a boat,
Yeah, right?
canoe around.
Right? Well,
I mean, I'm not joking about it.
Yeah.
I'm not being a real deal.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. I mean, a lot of
sure.
times you see these pictures of these huge floods and you see people going around with canoes and stuff
Or
rescuing people.
or those
and-
little kids swimming pools.
Yeah.
Just
Yeah.
because it.
Oh, I never thought about that. That might make a good. I don't know if I would probably capsize
Well,
it.
you,
but-
I'm not sure.
Yeah, I don't think it would work for me, but
But
maybe a bigger
little
one.
people.
Yeah. Wow. Or those little toy like inflatable rafts,
Yeah.
that we used to use as a kid.
Oh, right
Yeah.
on.
Yeah. Wow. Well, hope good because my heart goes out to everyone out there
I
in
know,
Hawaii. and-
definitely.
Yeah. Yeah.
Definitely.
There has been some serious devastation because it's been going on a while now,
been
right?
going on for a bit.
Like
Yeah.
a week or so.
Yes, indeed. More
That's-
maybe, but it's real. It's real. It's a real deal.
That's a long time to deal with
Yes,
flooding.
indeed.
Yeah. Wow. I know some folks over there that are dealing with it and having a hard time. So. Wow.
Our hearts go out to you, folks.
Absolutely. Well, today we've got some rain, obviously. It's going to be cloudy skies later in the day with showers in the afternoon. A high around 50 degrees today with some light winds. Not too much. Should be a little breezy, but we've got about a 90% chance of rain. Then it should be clearing up overnight. That chance of rain drops down to about 8% with partly cloudy skies. We should be getting about a quarter of an inch of rain today. Then
And
55
rain tomorrow too, huh? Does it say rain tomorrow?
No, it's calling for partly cloudy skies tomorrow.
Tomorrow, okay.
Yep, with a high of 55 degrees, 34 degrees overnight. Actually, I'm going to go back to tonight and take a closer look at see if I can get to the hourly here to see what
Yes.
time that rain should start to subside, because I know we do have the art walk
At
that we're going to.
5,
Yeah.
usually around 5-ish.
Yeah, let me switch over here
Check it
and
out.
see if I can get a look at the hourly temperatures. So it looks like about 2 p.m. It should start drying up a little bit. So we're sitting at about a 58% chance now. It goes up and down throughout the day. Then 1 p.m. about a 38% chance of rain, and then by 2 p.m. drops down to single digits. So
Okay, there we go.
so it should be dried up, should be clearing up for the art walk.
Good.
Yeah.
It's going to be great.
Yeah, it's not going to be sunny, but it will be.
It'll be moist.
Yeah. There'll still be a little wet on the ground, but you're not going to be out walking around in the rain. All right, and if I'm wrong,
And
I didn't make it. I
You're
didn't
not
make
going
it
to
up.
melt.
What's that?
So we get a little wet. It's not a problem.
Oh yeah, no, yeah, we're not all wishes. Not all of us anyway. All right, so then tomorrow we got a high of 55, 34 overnight with partly cloudy skies. Sun coming out over the weekend. Temperatures shooting up. Saturday we have a high of 63 degrees and mostly sunny skies.
Oh, good.
Then Sunday 69 degrees for the high.
Ooh.
It's warming up
Whoa-ho.
with partly cloudy skies.
Okay.
Were you gonna say something?
I just love
Oh,
it
yeah.
when the sun, and just, we need the rain, but it's just this, like you said, this time of year kind of has a little magical.
It really does.
Feel.
It really does. And then get this, Monday, 71 degrees.
Whoa. Hoo-hoo.
Yeah, with partly cloudy skies, which means probably get some sun off and on throughout the day.
Yeah.
It seems
But
like a lot
71.
of 71 degrees.
Already.
Yeah,
Woo.
it's getting there.
Getting there.
It's getting there. Luckily, I say I love that, but also at the same time, luckily, temperatures are going to be dropping back down after that. So we've got about a high of 65 next Tuesday, 37 overnight, and then we're back into the 70s next Wednesday, or back into the 50s rather, 50s.
So it
Yeah,
continues to fluctuate.
Yeah, 57 and 32 with sunny skies on Wednesday. Now that's going to be nice. That sort of cooler 57 degrees with sunny skies. That's nice too. I like that. Yeah, then we're in the mid 50s, mid to high 50s throughout looks like the foreseeable future into the middle of the month. Maybe climbing up in the 60s around the middle of the month. So
Okay.
yeah, should be. Seems like some nice spring weather we got in store for us.
Yes.
I know there have been a couple years where the snow melts and then boom, we're at 90 degrees.
I know, it just jumps.
Yeah. Hopefully we'll have a nice, mellow, mild spring this year.
Yeah.
We'll see. All right, so we do have. Looks like. Take a look
Birthdays.
at the. Yes, it's
Announcing
birthday
the
time.
Birthdays.
All right, so today on April 2nd is we have Mona Mock and Julie Hentages with birthdays.
All right.
I don't. Is that it's either Mona Mock or Mona Match? I think
Mock.
it's Mock. Mock.
It's
Okay.
Mock.
Okay. And yeah, so happy birthday, you two.
Yes.
You ready for a song?
Sure.
You ready? Okay.
Yeah.
Happy birthday, happy day, happy birthday, hey, yay! Hey, so I do need to take a minute here, really quick. So yesterday was April Fool's Day.
I was going to ask you if you got anyone.
I did, and I have to give an apology to my co-host Paula. She missed the show yesterday. She was not fired. We didn't fire her because she talked too much when the mayor was on last time. Apparently, a few people listened and took it seriously. I apparently oversold it, and I didn't mean to do that. I thought everyone knew it was a joke. But yeah, that was my April Fool's joke. Paula is not fired, of course. We love Paula very, very much.
Oh, that was your joke?
One of my dearest, greatest friends. I would never fire her.
No, I know, but that was your joke?
That was my joke, yeah.
And everybody was in on it.
Yeah. So I took it a little too far. So for that, I apologize. Yeah. So if I hurt anybody, Paula,
sometimes
I'm sorry.
we're all just a little too much.
Oh, yeah.
That's all right.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
I'd rather be too much than, not enough.
Right? Well, what's the saying? If I'm too much, then go find someone who's not. I don't know. I don't mean that.
No, I know.
I just know that's the saying.
Well, we're all a little too much at times,
right? Well, that's why we're on the radio. Duh.
Yeah, exactly. We got
no,
this.
but
no, okay.
But
yeah,
I apologize for that. She's not fired.
Of course not.
She had to bring her dog to the vet. It was nothing, but we love Paula, and she will be back. She's got to do some traveling, so she will be, I believe, gone next week as well. So maybe even Friday. So I wasn't realizing too that after saying that she will not be on the show for a week or two, so people might get confused and think I actually did fire her when in fact absolutely not. We'll be missing her when she's gone. Can't wait for her to get back.
Right.
So love you, Paula.
Yes.
All right. Okay, so yeah, let's go on to the community calendar here.
Okay.
Of course, today we have the Senior Citizens Potluck and Games. That's happening at 3060 3rd Avenue in Valley at the Valley Fire Department.
Yes. Wasn't that fun that we had Miss Bella the Ball on?
Oh my gosh.
Was that an honor?
I can't tell you how much I adore that woman.
Yeah, me too.
She's fantastic.
She's incredible.
And
it's just awesome to have a little bit of more knowledge of how it all kind of formulated and here and there, and just having her on was great because I always thought it's a great idea.
Oh yeah.
I mean, just gathering together with food and friends and sharing recipes, sharing stories, games. They do a lot.
Oh yeah, and of course being me and apparently her together at the same time on the show, we ended up the whole show just ended up a food conversation.
Well, of course,
which
end up doing.
I'm
that.
okay with.
Yeah, me too. We do that. We do that often as well.
We do. It's a way for people to gather and socialize.
It's a celebration for sure.
Yeah, absolutely. So yeah, that's happening from 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. at the Valley Fire Department building in Valley. That's where senior citizens from Chewelah, Valley, and Springdale are invited to join. And those are on the first and third Thursday of every month. Again, from 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. Then the Chewelah Food Bank is open from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. in front of the Chewelah Senior Citizen Center at 302 East Main Avenue. And a huge thank you shout out to the Second Harvest.
Oh my gosh!
Food Bank that
and
came
all the
through
volunteers
yesterday.
that helped the Chewelah people. Yeah, it was on Tuesday, yesterday.
Yeah. So I did go through the line, and it was very well organized and.
Unbelievable! I wonder how many families they fed.
They were just
because I was helping with the installation, so I had a friend of mine pick up a box for our family. But I wonder, be curious how many. They probably have some sort of number. I can probably talk to Karen. She might know how many people they served.
Yeah, I
you
don't know.
You don't even have to sign up. That's what's incredible. Like, that's what we were sharing last week.
Yeah.
And the week before, it's not like a sign-up thing. You just go in your car and you just float through. They got the lines real organized, like you said. And
yeah, they were really
all the smiley Chewelah people helping fill up the boxes.
No,
our community is so excellent. And Second Harvest, thank you so much for that.
It was an incredible amount of food that they gave away.
And I gave some of mine away to somebody else. You know what I mean?
Yeah, same.
Yeah, exactly.
I know
it's fun to share.
I know some folks got some stuff they really needed. So
absolutely.
So really, really appreciate everything they do. Pardon me, got a little frog in my throat today. All right, so then the first Thursday Art Walk.
I know
that's happening from 5 to 8 p.m. This is going to be a great one. Really looking forward to it. Let me see if I can get the poster up here.
Well, I do know some things that the last.
That's good because I don't know anything.
Well, I just in my mind, there's two things that I can. Well, lots of different things are happening, but the recycled show. I believe there's 10 different artists, and it's all reusable items. There's going to be incredible variety. That's going to be at the Spotlight Gallery in the Huff Center.
Yes,
and then it'll be the Trails End last of the showing of the Winterfest. And I am telling you that art is incredible. So that'll be wonderful.
Oh, yeah.
And there's, of course, few people happening at the Yale Press. Let's see if we got this here. I can't enunciate. You know.
Yeah, I've got the poster up here.
Okay, good. You say that.
Yeah, so obviously, that, like you said, that recycled art shows. It's the Aaron Huff Memorial Cultural Center.
And Gail and I, just so you know, Gail Schropp and I are going to be doing some
hands-on art.
Bugs and flowers.
I love it.
I know. So that'll be happening.
I love it.
Also.
I might have to make a bug.
Make a bug.
I'll make a bug or a spider. A cute little
Since
cute little spooter.
Yeah. Since you've overcome your fear many years ago.
I did, and I find them
you
actually
dove into the spider world.
Oh, I find them now. I'm just fascinated by spiders. I think they're beautiful creatures, and some of them are as cute as a puppy dog. I swear.
And they're so helpful.
Oh yeah.
With the bugs and the different things, and we don't want them to eat our bugs at the moment, but.
And like the little wolf
and the
spiders.
webs they make.
Oh yeah, beautiful.
I had this incredible Brazilian friend, lovely. She was a fashion designer. I used to be in that field back in the day, and she lived in. She's from Rio de Janeiro, but anyhow, they use the spider webs as a symbol of fortune. So they let their. I know people go, oh, but I always thought that was fascinating because the webs are so gorgeous.
Oh yeah.
So if they're in their home, even they just let them be.
Oh yeah, yeah. We've got some that we let be as well.
Yes.
Unfortunately, we don't have any shower spiders at the moment or bathroom spiders, but hopefully some will move in.
Will move in.
But I know I've told the story before, but old house, wonky plumbing, lots of places for those pesky drain flies to get in. You can't get rid of them.
Right, and the spiders help with that.
Yeah, and so we leave a couple of those the cellar spiders up in the corners of our wall, and they actually I haven't seen any drain flies in quite a long time since we started letting the spiders
hang out.
So thank you, spiders.
Yes.
Yeah.
So tell us more about who we have at the different locations.
Yeah, we got into spiders. I could talk about
because we're going to build bugs and spiders and things.
Exactly.
That's right.
Exactly.
That's how we got to that.
All right, so Monica Sawinska is going to be at the Courtside Brewery. Believe it or not, everybody around here probably knows her work. She actually painted the mural on the old WAFED building.
Okay.
So that was her
of
work.
Course I remember that.
Oh,
Those 4 panels.
Yep. And she's got her artwork at the Courtside Brewery. Now, those panels, the Creative District actually has those panels in storage that we actually went and cut out of the side of the bank building.
We've got to find another home for them.
So we're talking with the brewery about possibly putting them over, not on the brewery, but on the side of the wall of the bakery where that little sitting area is.
That little vignette or whatever. It's a nice little place to sit.
It is. With
the trees and.
Of course, we need some funding, and because they need some work, and they got a little bit of damage in the removal, and some of the wood falling off, and
little TLC,
and maybe put some frame around them, and figure out how to hang.
We
those
know
things.
people. We know people to help us with that.
Hey, I know a guy.
You know a guy or a girl.
All right, so Tracy Spain is going to be at the Yale Press, and then of course that beautiful spring flower and pollinator art installation at Bradley's Taekwondo.
Right. And Marcy Bravo named it the Stewardship of Mother Earth.
Very nice. Oh, that's nice.
Because we have to be stewards of our planet.
I love Marcy. She's fantastic.
And Gail, shout out to Gail and all the volunteers. There were so many people from the creative districts, and then Chihuahua Arts Guild, and just lots of hands-on workshops happened. We went into a few schools, Valley and Summit Valley. It's been and then the libraries.
Yes.
The libraries were open for a hands-on table during this energy.
I love that.
I know.
I love that.
And it was just really, Ella is a young woman that Byron and Peggy's daughter, and she made these adorable little things with the library kids. And I don't know, it's really special. It's so special. So it is incredible.
Yeah. Yeah, fantastic.
And thanks, Bradley Taekwondo, for letting us use the window.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
It's so nice to go by and look at that. I love it. All right, so then let's see here. Craig Mayer Karaoke, he's going to be at the Oasis from 8:30 to whenever. tonight. And then the Chamber of Commerce meeting tomorrow morning from 7 to 8 a.m. at the Mystiquoi Cafe inside the
Okay.
casino.
Yep.
So that's the people, everybody's welcome, and they love it when people come and take part and talk
Right.
about what's going on.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
It'll be a fantastic show.
Absolutely. Then Winter Pickleball is back at the old middle school gym from 8:30 to 11:30 at West 106 Lincoln Avenue. I do have word that this, possibly even this weekend, next week, they're going to start moving that outdoors up at the golf course because
Okay.
the time is upon us.
Right. And
For
I'm
some
sure it's so
outdoor
much fun
pickleball.
to be outside.
Yeah, probably not yesterday or today with the rain, but
yeah. But
yeah.
soon.
Oh, very soon, very soon. All right, then Saturday, of course, we have. Oh, I forgot about bingo. Bingo happening at the Senior Center on Friday from 1 to 3 p.m. That's at 302 East Main Avenue. Then Saturday, the Kiwanis Easter egg hunt,
I know.
right, which is very
Starts
sweet.
promptly at 11.
11 a.m. That's going to be at Snyder Field at the football field.
Different age groups,
Mm-hmm.
0 to 4, 5 to 7, and 8 to 12. And that's always a fun. Those kids.
Oh yeah,
Oh my gosh. Boom.
You
They're
know-
off. They're off. And there they go.
and there they go down the stretch.
I'm telling you.
You know
It's
what-
pretty awesome.
You know what I think is fun is they're doing them all. They're doing all the age groups at the same
I
time.
know. That's what I'm saying. Boom.
And they're just putting them in different spaces. I wonder how quickly those spaces will sort of cave
Mesh
in on
together.
themselves. Yeah. So I love it. And
I still love coloring Easter eggs.
do you?
Oh, yes, I do.
I know our kids. And
Because you can eat them. You know, a good hard-boiled egg, fresh egg.
oh yeah,
Hard-boiled. There's a trick out there. Maybe you guys already know. But if you have chickens and you have fresh eggs,
yeah,
you got to put baking soda in your water because, you know, fresh eggs are harder to peel.
they are. Yeah.
So if you put a couple of tablespoons of baking soda and boil them like that, Christy taught me that.
Oh,
and
yeah.
then they'll peel easier.
Oh,
Just
nice.
saying.
Nice.
Yeah.
You know, I have a weird technique for eggs, and they always come out absolutely perfect.
Ooh.
So I do.
How do you do it?
I boil them for 1 minute.
Just
I,
1 minute.
I put them in the boiling water. I don't start them in cold water.
Okay, so you get the water going,
Yep.
and then you gently drop them
Yep,
in.
I drop them in. I actually like using a basket, so I'll use like a steamer basket or something and drop
Right,
them in
to
the water.
gently, mhm.
And you boil them for 1 minute, put the lid on it, turn your stove off, and let them sit for about 10 to 15 minutes.
Oh, okay.
And then they come out absolutely perfect, and you get if you go like 9-10 minutes, maybe even a little bit less
With the lid on.
With
'Cause
the
you're
lid
only
on.
going to boil in for 1 minute. Okay, gotcha.
Yeah, and then you can get that jammy egg, you know, where it's got that really luscious sort of texture. But if you want them full hard boiled for like, you know, deviled eggs, that kind of stuff,
Yeah.
go the full 20 minutes. And they have just that little teeny dot in the middle where it's still just a little moist, a
Mm-hmm.
little wet. And then you get the most beautiful, perfect, fluffy
Wow, I'll have to
egg
try
yolks.
that.
Yeah. It really works great.
All right, I'll
I
give
learned
that.
that from a YouTube video years ago.
I'll
or
give
something.
that a go.
Yeah. It makes for a perfect boiled egg, and they peel really nice.
Yeah,
Of
awesome.
course, the second you take them out, you know, you let them sit in cold water. I
Right.
use ice water. Yeah,
Emergence.
yeah, so, yeah.
Emergence.
And then it shrinks that egg inside just a little bit. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
they peel really nice. All right. So, and of course, you know, people like me, you can't go and do the Easter egg hunt. I'm sorry. I've already been told that I can't.
You
so,
can't do it.
Yeah. All right. So then on Sunday we have Winter Pickleball at the old middle school gym from 2 to 4:30. And again, that one might, if you're in the pickleball know, let me know. Maybe comment in the comment section about the pickleball times or locations,
Okay.
because I don't know if they're going to be. Sunday's going to be a gorgeous day, so it might really be a nice day to get out and play some outdoor pickleball.
Awesome.
So we'll see. I don't know if they're quite ready up there, if they have it cleaned up and ready to go, or if they're still going to be using the middle school. But next week is the time. All righty. So let me see here. Uh-oh. You know what? It looks like we are not streaming. Oh, no. What's going on? Okay. Sorry. I
know this is still on. The light here for the camera is still red
Yeah.
because it usually is green. I think, but the highly unusual, you know, that's always to be expected.
Oh, there we go. Now that video's live. Okay. Sorry about that, everybody. You know, I pre-scheduled today's Facebook Live, and I usually don't pre-schedule them. I usually
with
just
Amy, yeah.
I usually just start them as they go. And so if you're joining us on Facebook right now, we just figured out that I didn't connect the software correctly. So we are just now live streaming Like I said, I don't normally start those in advance or schedule them in advance. And I went through the normal thing I do, and it just wasn't starting. So,
Well, I want to ask you about the home and garden show. And did you go to the? I know you were announcing there.
Yeah, I was enunciating and announcing.
Yes, enunciating. Well, because I was in a celebration of life ceremony.
Yeah,
and so I couldn't attend. And then of course the cheese curd party. But how was it? How was the garden show? Did you win a little door prize?
I did win a door prize.
You did?
I did. I won the door prize.
What
I
did
wanted.
you win?
So I won. It was from the Caldwell Valley Animal Sanctuary. Aww. It was a tote bag with couple of dog pillows and some dog toys.
Perfect for you,
yeah, it was
guys.
Great. And there was a little rope dog toy had a tennis ball attached to it. My dog it's part of my dog now.
Yeah.
Yeah,
that's so fun when they find something they love.
Oh, and it's
like a ball on the end, and it's a rope, and then
Oh yeah,
pull on it or toss it or whatever you do.
He even when it comes time to eat, he'll have it in his mouth, and he looks around confused, like I don't want to drop this, so he'll drop it in his dog food bowl and like use his nose and push it around the bowl so he can eat around it. Yeah, it's
wow,
adorable.
That's true love.
It's adorable. He's committed. All right, so let's go ahead.
So did you saunter over to the cheese curd party by chance?
I did not. I didn't have a chance to make it over there.
I'm going to ask. I'm sure it was. I hope people really enjoyed it as well. I couldn't do any of those things because I was doing something else. But yeah.
And by the time I was done with the home and garden show, I just wanted to go home and collapse.
Right.
So yeah, I was very tired.
Yeah. Did you have a burger?
I did.
Awesome.
I did, of course. I thought about having two, but I didn't quite have it in me.
And then who were cooking those burgers again?
Oh, that was the Chihuahuanas and the Chula Valley Lions Club.
Yeah, they collaborated. That's awesome.
Yeah, and
I kind of knew that, but I didn't want to say the wrong. So, like the Kiwanis Club is sponsoring the Egg Hunt. They do a lot in the Lions Club, and everybody in our organizations in our area are so generous and
absolutely
giving. Yeah,
absolutely.
Yes,
absolutely. Yeah, we've got a lot of stuff, a lot of great collaborative work going on right now. So it's fun to see. It's fun to see.
Makes my heart happy.
All right, so then let's highlight a few things coming up. So we've got the Chill with the Chamber happening this next Wednesday.
Chill at the Chamber.
Chill with the Chamber. That's going to be Fired Up Pizza. After this one, they're going to start moving them around to a few different locations.
I think that's a great idea. Move them around.
Yeah.
Give the restaurants to different people. And then I heard through rumor that Nina's open on Wednesdays now. Thai food.
Yeah.
Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday.
Yeah.
Sunday.
Yeah, I'm excited. I'm excited. I love them. Good stuff.
Good stuff.
Alrighty, so then there's another one coming up on the 8th, which apparently I signed up to speak at.
Oh,
so
what's happening?
It's called the Why Me Volunteer Initiative. So it's a community event designed to inspire the next generation of leaders to get involved, whether that's volunteering, local organizations, or civic engagement. It's all about showing younger residents how they can make a real impact in Chewelah and why their voice matters.
And where is this happening?
That's happening at Guess Elementary from 6 to 7 p.m., and that's actually started by Mr. Ron McCoy. He started that, and he's just trying to get some people involved, especially younger folks in the community.
That's great.
Involved in civic engagement.
Good.
Yeah.
And then the following weekend, I do remember, is the city cleanup, right? And then after that, on the 25th, is our Earth Day fair. Lots happening.
Exactly. Oh, so there's a couple other things. So on the 11th, the Chewelah Valley Lions Club pub crawl.
Oh,
yeah,
I've never done a pub crawl.
Yeah, it's a big fundraiser for them. That's happening.
Have you? You've done a pub?
Oh, I've done pub crawls before.
You have cards? You have like a hand?
Yeah.
So tell us a little bit about it if you don't know.
So there's a little description here. So it says, join the Chewelah Valley Lions Club for a night of fun as we tour our local pubs and press our luck in a game of poker. So all the local pubs are walkable and have great eats. This is a fundraiser event, and they would love to have us out there. So basically what it is you go to each location.
Okay.
You get assigned a card.
An actual card from a deck of cards.
Yeah.
A real card. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I don't remember if you get the actual card, if you just have a card and you pull a card and they write.
Ace of hearts or whatever.
And they write on your card that they give you what your hand is.
Okay.
And then at the end of the night, it's whoever has the best hand wins the 50% of
the pot.
Of the pot, yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, so it's a fun one.
Where does it end?
I'm not sure, but it usually ends, somewhere like the brewery or Sporties
Excellent.
Yeah, so you usually
that's a fundraiser for the Lions
party.
Club. That's the fun. Okay.
Yep.
Pub crawl.
And they're raising money for a bunch of stuff. I know, they always do a lot of great stuff with vision and hearing. Mm-hmm. Pardon me. And they're trying to raise funds for the Anna Schindler Foundation, which is an organization in Spokane that raises. What they do is they provide housing for the families that have children undergoing cancer treatment.
Oh,
And
wow.
it's a really, really great thing. So kids going through cancer treatment, their immune system is really run down.
Oh, absolutely.
They have to be in a completely sterile environment. And if they're not in a sterile environment,
Yes.
then they have to stay in the hospital, and the families are not allowed to stay in the hospital. Again, because
So
they have to
that would
maintain
be
that
a
sterile
great
environment.
transition for the families to be able to stay with their kids.
Exactly.
And
And
still
they-
have those, the criteria they need to keep their immune system from, the best it can be. Without,
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. And they have staff that comes in and makes sure sure
Right.
the house is clean and the families follow the protocols, and
Wow.
it allows the families to be with their kids and for the kids not to be alone during a
And it's the Schindler?
the Anna Schindler Foundation.
Anna. Okay,
Yeah.
Anna Schindler. Okay.
Yeah, in honor of young Anna Schindler, who had to go through that stuff and didn't have that and wasn't able to spend the time with her family. So,
Right.
yeah. All right. So then, let's see here. Earth Day coming up
It's on the 25th.
on the 25th, and I know there's some other things coming up too. There's Haha Da Vinci coming up on the 23rd. So there's a workshop on the 23rd at the Aaron Huff Memorial Cultural Center.
Oh.
A magic workshop.
Magic.
Yeah, so she'll be teaching you some magic and how she
Oh.
does some of her tricks. And then on the 24th, on Friday, at 8:30 p.m. Oh, no, that's I'm looking at the wrong thing. Come on, get back there. That is 7 p.m. 7 p.m. at the Chula Center for the Arts. She will be doing a 90-minute performance.
And that's what day again?
That is April 24th. She'll be
24th.
performing.
Okay, let me see now. Day of the week would that be?
That's Friday.
Friday.
Yeah.
At 7?
Yep, Friday, April 24th at 7 p.m.
Okay.
At the where is it? Why do I keep losing my place? Yeah, the show is Haha Da Vinci.
Haha Da Vinci.
Yep, and it's been hailed as imaginative, intelligent, and strangely mesmerizing by the San Diego Union Tribune. Fina Pipia's award-winning solo show captivates its audiences, young and old. So yeah, she created the Haha Da Vinci as a whimsical theatrical odyssey that invites audience into a world where a tuba lights the way, beds make music, paintings come to life, and a mysterious radio broadcast echoes from the Renaissance era.
Huh.
Yeah.
Is there admission fee, donations? Or?
No, yeah, there are tickets available. I'm not really sure. I'm sure you can go to the Chula Center for the Arts website and figure out where to get those tickets.
But the actual magic is happening at the Cultural Center?
Well, that's a workshop,
Oh,
one
the
workshop with
then
her.
there's
Yeah.
going to be a performance.
So the workshop of the
Okay.
23rd at the Aaron Huff Cultural
I
Center,
got you.
and then the
Okay,
performance the
that's
next night.
wonderful. Okay.
Yeah, so really looking forward to that. Then an evening of wine and poetry later on. So there's a citywide cleanup, and then later the same day at the Chula Center for the Arts is an evening of wine and poetry.
And that's on the 15th?
Yeah.
Is
Yeah,
that the
so
15th?
go clean up and then sit and kick back and relax with a glass of wine and some poetry.
There you go.
I love that. All right. Well, we do have our guest in the waiting room of the Zoom call.
Okay.
So we're going to go ahead and we're going to take a quick little break.
Okay.
We're gonna take our break early today.
All right. So we can get her set up
yeah.
and everything.
Yeah. So we're gonna take our break. We're gonna listen to some news. Thank our sponsors, and we will be right back after this for the second half of the KCHW Morning Show with our very special guest, the lovely Amy Stacy Curtis.
I know. It's exciting.
All right, stick around, everybody. Don't go back. Don't go anywhere. Rather, you're listening.
Stay tuned. Stay tuned.
Stay tuned to KCHW 102.7 Northern Lights Public Radio. Oh, Amy. Good morning. How are you doing, Amy?
I'm doing okay. I'm a little worried because I have spontaneous construction outside my window right now. They're making loud beeping sounds intermittently, and I'm really sorry if that happens during our interview.
Well, don't worry about it. I'm just happy to have you.
Okay, why?
So yeah. So did you say why?
No, I said hello there, and I'm hi there.
Hi. I'm really excited to have you. We are live right now on our Facebook feed. I'm gonna get us back to the show here in just a minute. Right now we're in our news and our break, and
Okay.
we'll be right back in just a little bit. But if you want to just give me I think you're coming through actually pretty good. Do you want to give me just say your name and count to 3?
Amy Stacy Curtis, 1, 2, 3.
Perfect. Awesome. Well, thank you, Amy. And we'll be right back. I'm going to get us back to the news, and we'll be back in about 6 minutes or so.
Okay.
Perfect. Thank you. Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
Says the projects will prevent millions of tons of carbon pollution each year and protect ratepayers from volatile energy prices.
These are projects that can deliver energy on a very reliable basis. They really provide critical backup to the grid during those periods where demand is at its highest.
The Trump administration cited national security concerns when issuing a stop work order last year on all offshore wind projects, but federal judges ultimately allowed construction to resume. I'm Catherine Carley.
The 2 projects will power more than 700,000 homes and businesses in the region. And a new report says Pennsylvania hasn't changed much about how it funds public schools, and longstanding inequities for students still exist.
Nationwide, 42 states are putting less towards education than they did 2 decades ago, a drop totaling nearly $600 billion between 2016 and 2023. University of Miami researcher Bruce Baker says Pennsylvania is generating about 4% less revenue than it could, affecting the amount of money available for state programs. While overall school spending remains relatively high, he says major funding gaps between districts still persist.
The affluent districts in Pennsylvania have more than double what they'd need to achieve average outcomes, and the poorest districts in the state have substantially less, more than 25% under what they'd need to achieve even national average outcomes.
Baker says districts like Philadelphia, Allentown, and Reading are facing the largest funding gaps and argues those disparities should be addressed through a major overhaul of state aid. Danielle Smith reporting.
This is Public News Service. Next to rural Illinois, another area where tech companies are looking to build massive artificial intelligence data centers. Communities there are split on whether they should welcome them.
A proposed $500 million data center by CyrusOne in Sangamon County that would utilize about 280 acres of farmland has sparked debate among residents, officials, and lawmakers. Supporters highlight economic benefits like construction jobs, permanent employment, and local investment, while critics counter that there would be a limited number of local jobs and also raise concern about environmental impacts, rising electricity costs, and water usage. Local activist Lori McKiernan with the Coalition for Springfield's Utility Future is calling for more scrutiny.
I'm not against data centers, but I must say the more I learn about them, the more concerned I am. And I want our county board to do their due diligence to address all of these concerns and make sure they're not impacting their constituents.
The Sangamon County Board voted to postpone a final vote on the proposed project after hours of public opposition. The decision delays the approval of what would be the county's first major data center. I'm Judith Ruiz Branch reporting.
And social media regulation is entering a new phase after a pair of major tech companies were found liable for harms caused to youth.
Juries in 2 other states awarded civil penalties in the millions, one against Facebook parent company Meta over misleading claims about platform safety, and the other against YouTube for negligence by using addictive design features. Minnesota mom Alyssa Oaks is with the group Buzz Off Social, which encourages parents to delay social media use among their kids. She feels the negative impacts are too dangerous for a child's developing brain.
It's taking parenting out of parents' hands, and it's not doing our kids any justice.
Aside from a proposal in Congress, a bipartisan bill is making its way through the Minnesota legislature that would enact tighter restrictions on platform accessibility for minors. I'm Mike Moen.
Finally, mosquito populations are rising in the Northwest, as is the threat of diseases they carry.
A warming climate has lengthened mosquito season in the Northwest, in some places by over a month. Jeffrey Riffle at the University of Washington says the problem is not just that mosquito populations are increasing, they are also becoming resistant to common insecticides.
These are chemicals like permethrin and others used to control local mosquito populations, or even ones that we spray on ourselves. And so we really need to find ways to prevent mosquitoes.
Riffle says his international team has identified the receptor on mosquitoes' antenna that detects borneol, a chemical used in natural insect repellents. With this information, Riffle plans to identify new chemicals that could be even more repellent to the bugs. I'm Isabel Charlet.
This is Mike Clifford for Public News Service, member and listener supported. You can find our trust indicators at publicnewsservice.org.
And Bridger.
Right. And good morning. Welcome back to the KCHW Morning Show. We are back again with myself, Chuck Ritchie, my very lovely co-host, Miss Gina Greenwood, and we have a very special guest today, Miss Amy Stacy Curtis, joining us all the way from Maine. Good morning, Amy. How are you?
I'm doing really well. Thank you very much for having me here.
No, I got to say, I'm going to try not to be too big of a fan over here because I'm a huge fan of yours. You're magical. You really, truly are an inspirational, wonderful person. And I'm very excited to have you on the show. So go ahead. Do you want to go ahead? I don't want to tell your story for you. I want you to tell your story. Is there any place you want to start with what you want to tell us?
Sure. I was a very serious practicing visual artist for about 25 years, and had just finished this major 18-year project.
Wow.
Working in my studio again for about 5 weeks after finishing this opus, and really enjoying working on new projects that weren't in the context of this huge opus, just kind of making art to make art, and it was really exciting. And I was done working in my studio for the day, and I was trying to figure out what disaster movie I would like to watch, because I really enjoy watching and unwinding to movies after a day of work. Can kind of turn off my brain and go on autopilot. Well, anyway, I was at the edge of my bed, getting ready to lay down in it and watch this movie, and all of a sudden a switch flipped on in my brain, and it was in that instant like hijacked. It felt like something new was in there that I didn't want in there, and it was making me see horrific things that I couldn't turn off. Then I was in a psychiatric ward, 2 different psychiatric wards. Well, they were trying to figure out what was going on. And about 6 months into this psychosis that I was having, which was nonstop, I lost all the control of the muscles in my body, including the muscles in my face. So my arms and my legs were flailing. My head and neck were rotating and turning nonstop. And then my face was severely palsied. Everything was just kind of pulled to the right. And I was anywhere from not really understandable to not verbal. So sometimes the connection between my brain and my mouth would just disappear and I couldn't talk at all. It took 15 months of misdiagnosing doctors and 8 different antipsychotic drugs, and just kind of very scary period of time before someone figured out that I had Lyme disease sometime in my past, and that it had caused a severe brain injury. And once I had that information, as upsetting as it was also like really helpful knowing what was wrong, because those unknowns were really scary.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
really just so scary. And I would continue to have that nonstop psychosis for a total of 22 months. The only thing that stopped that was 16 treatments of electroconvulsive therapy. And then once I had those treatments, it took another 2 years for them to completely go away.
Wow.
And in the meantime, I was trying to get my body back and my speech. I was wheelchair bound for about 18 months. And through really trial and error occupational therapy, I was able to progress from wheelchair to walker to cane back to my feet. But I was still really struggling with my speech. And that's when I intuited that practicing something requiring multiple tasks at the same time, like playing an instrument does, I might be able to rebuild new neural pathways and maybe get my speech back. And within a week of playing the ukulele, I had returned to normal speech 99% of the time, unless my brain is overstimulated. So right now, my brain is a little stimulated because we're doing this interview.
Yeah.
Whereas if we weren't doing it, my speech would probably be normal. And all that said, I've been playing the ukulele now it'll be 4 years in July. And since then, even when I'm palsied, my speech tends to be more recognizable because I've figured out workarounds so that I'm speaking clear, but it's also just gotten better. I had started sharing my story and stuff on different social media, and if you go back to the beginning, you can see how even when I'm palsied, it's improved so much, and I'm just grateful. I've learned over 650 songs.
Wow.
Because I do this kind of like self-prescribed occupational therapy, speech therapy with my ukulele. I learn 5 songs every week as part of this. That's all part of my the music therapy I've given myself.
There you go.
Yeah, and I just share my progress and what I've, a little bit of what I've learned each week on social media, and also just to spread the word about how viruses in general can impact the brain. I don't think people understand just how bad it can get. And I've just published my memoir that includes this kind of more about this story and how it relates to a previous story. Kind of alternates between past and present. It's called How My Brain Saved My Life Twice. And I've also, this is the cover. I don't know if you can.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, great.
Nice.
Good for
Thank
you.
you. I did it. I designed it myself.
Nice. It looks great.
And then I also released this album of ukulele cover songs called Restrung. This was follower requested and follower titled. I asked, what should I name my cover album? And people thought that Restrung would be really appropriate because I kind of restrung my brain, and I also restrung the songs that I sing.
That is fantastic.
That is fantastic.
Now, when you first discovered this, go back, you're having issues. Was this like a discovery that you're like, oh my goodness, I can still sing? Or was it something that kind of the singing voice actually slowly came back?
So before my brain injury, I had sung most of my life, but mostly in my car.
Right.
I wasn't a performer. And I didn't know until I did I strummed the ukulele. The very first time I played it, I ordered this ukulele on Facebook Marketplace for $75. It's a used ukulele. I still use it today. And as soon as I strummed it and started singing, my speech became normal as I was playing. And it took a week of that before my speech just stayed normal.
Wow.
And a lot of people ask me that question, can you just sing all everything that you say so that your speech will be normal all the time. And it doesn't work to do that. I have to be doing multiple things at the same time in order for my speech to be normal for me. So I have to be playing my ukulele and reading the words and finding the chords and strumming and all the things that you do and that your brain does while you're playing an instrument and singing at the same time.
Well, using that word normal, you sound fantastic.
Thank you. Yeah, it's like normal. What does normal mean? Like
setting on a dryer. That's my statement. Normal's a setting on a dryer.
Normal.
So do you want to? I'm really excited for everyone to hear you play.
Yes.
Okay. I can play a song right now.
I'm not trying to be that guy that makes requests, but a song that I actually have. I've got some of your music in my playlist. And one of your favorite songs or one of my favorite songs that you do is "Cruel Summer." That's one that when I listen to it, I have to play it again. I can't just listen to it the one time.
Yeah.
So you don't have to take requests. I want to hear what you want to play, but yeah.
Well,
I'd love to hear something.
If there's a way for you to play a song directly from the album later, I don't know if there is. I sent you some links this morning. You might be able to play that song. That I've recorded for the album. It's actually on there.
Perfect.
Okay, great.
All right, tell us what you're going to play.
So I'm going to play Back in Black by AC/DC.
Nice.
Ooh. Yeah, girl, you go.
Wake us up.
That's okay.
I love it.
Can you make it bigger so you can see the ukulele a bit more?
Oh my gosh. All right. Back in black, I've hit the sack. I've been too long and I'm glad to be back. Yes, I'm let loose from the noose that's kept me hanging about. I've been looking at the sky 'cause it's getting me high. Forget the hearse 'cause I never die. I've got 9 lives, cat's eyes, abusing every one of them and running wild 'cause I'm back. Yes, I'm back. Well, I'm back. Yes, I'm back. Well, I'm back. Back. I'm back in black. Yes, I'm back in black. Back in the back of a Cadillac. Number 1 with a bullet, I'm a power pack. Yes, I'm in a bang with a gang. They gotta catch me if they want me to hang. 'Cause I'm back on the track and I'm beating the flag. Nobody's gonna get me on another rap. So look at me now, I'm just making my play. Don't try to push your luck, just get out of my way. 'Cause I'm back. Yes, I'm back. Well, I'm back. Yes, I'm back. Well, I'm back. Back. I'm back in black. Yes, I'm back in black.
Yeah.
Nice. So I love the way you transform the songs. You just I don't know, you have this rhythm and this cadence
The
that
timing,
I just love.
awesome. That was
Thank you
wonderful.
very much.
Yeah. So you've been really busy. You've written your memoir. Have you been touring? I've seen some live footage of you playing in front of big audiences, and how's
I'm doing my best to at least set up a little kind of local tour to start out where I live. I still don't drive. I still don't have that enough of the right stuff yet. I think to drive a car. So I'm getting to where I can get either on foot or through rides from help from people. So I've set up kind of like a local tour just to get started, and then maybe at some point I'll be able to get help with transportation to other places, at least regionally. That would be so great. I would love the opportunity to sing more in front of people, which I love doing so much. In the meantime, I sing every Monday night at this local open mic that happens every Monday in my town, and they've kind of become my family. I started going there not long after I started doing this occupational therapy, and so they've kind of watched me grow, and they love hearing what 5 songs I'm going to do there each week, because I kind of like unveil them there every week.
Oh, so you go to the open mic and you do all 5 songs?
Yeah, usually yes, unless they have like a big turnout of musicians, then you might only have time to do 4 of your songs.
Yeah.
But I appreciate them so much. I live in Lewiston, Maine, and there's a really great music scene here, and I feel very like welcomed into it, even as like a cover singer.
Oh yeah. No, you recently won Maine's Got Talent.
Yes,
how was that?
That was so amazing.
Good for you.
I won Maine's Got Talent last May, and it was the first time that I had played in front of a very large audience. So there was about 400 people in this big auditorium. It was very beautiful, and because there were so many people, I was extra overstimulated. So not only was I just severely palsy, but I had like dystonia in that moment, which is when your arms and wrists kind of curl in on themselves, and I needed kind of help getting on the stage. Just it was kind of like regressing my movement a little bit, and I could have really used a walker in that moment. Just the overstimulation was a lot. And I had the opportunity to share my story with the audience really quickly with the 2 hosts in front of the judges, and then I sang "Rebel Yell" by Billy Idol.
Nice.
And there's footage of it on my YouTube channel, and it was just a really special moment where you could tell the audience was just completely shocked after hearing how palsy that I was and how I could just barely control my body, and then I strum and everything just kind of clicks into place as it does. And I think a neurologist or a speech therapist would be able to explain it better why it happens. And it's not, for me, it's not just about the fact that you play music with a different side of your brain. There's definitely something that's been healing my brain by doing this. I'm not simply, my speech is not simply just better as I sing. It's actually been healing it over time.
Well, the science behind music therapy and what music can do for your brain, for your cognitive abilities, for rehabilitation is incredible. I think we're only just scratching the surface of it.
Yes, our brains are very mysterious.
Yeah, they are.
And you're very inspirational, my dear.
They absolutely are. So there have been a number of people that have, Lyme disease is such a scary thing because it does sneak up on you, and
yeah, there was probably a tick hanging out in my backyard back where I used to live, just waiting for me to walk by on a blade of grass. It was probably just sitting there.
Wow.
Just caught a ride. I didn't even know I was bit. I didn't even know I had Lyme disease at any point.
Right.
And by the time that this was figured out, I had Lyme disease. It was no longer in your system in such a way that you would treat it with antibiotics or something. So there was no longer a way to treat Lyme disease. It was all about rebuilding and healing my brain. Like the damage was done.
Yeah.
It's really a scary disease, and I guess that they're finding that other viruses are causing things like too if they aren't treated or not treated enough.
Right.
So it's not just the Lyme disease virus.
Well, and I think with Lyme disease, it's about early detection. But again, it's one of those that's really hard to detect early because it presents itself as so many other things, right?
Yeah, right.
And especially you mentioned and going to mental treatment, mental institutions and antipsychotics and stuff, and that's what it ends up. People a lot of times get misdiagnosed with mental disorders, and it's really Lyme disease.
Yeah.
It's a virus.
Yeah, I was misdiagnosed with schizophrenia. And I kept telling the doctors, I don't think that I have schizophrenia. I am not seeing these things outside of myself.
Mm-hmm.
When I'm describing what I'm seeing them in my mind, and I know that they aren't, that it's not like something I'm hallucinating. Mm-hmm. And I kept like pointing to a specific part of my brain and saying, it feels like something's wrong, like right here.
Right.
Like I feel like something's physically going on, and it took a lot of advocating for myself before somebody, really could listen. And I also, where I was a practicing artist, I had a following, and I also got like a lot of emails and letters and phone calls from people just giving their 2 cents about what it could be. Like everyone was just really concerned that was in my life. Like, what could this be?
Right.
And that was really helpful, like having people support, and also just having like some ideas. So I always had like something to try, like something to check out. Could it be this? Could it be this? And just trying to keep my head up. The hardest part was really the psychosis. I figured, hey, if I'm going to spend the rest of my life in this wheelchair with my arms and legs flailing, that's okay. But I really need these images in my head to stop. It was literally literally 24 hours a day. Unless I was sleeping, I would have like a little break.
Wow.
And it was just terrible. And
wow.
I don't wish it on anybody.
Well, and I know that the misdiagnosis of psychosis, I know one of my other favorite musicians, I'm sure you're familiar with Ren Gill. He was also another very, very talented musician, misdiagnosed with schizophrenia, institutionalized, given treatments through his childhood. It turned out to be Lyme disease. And some of the trauma that he sings a lot. He speaks publicly a lot about not just some of the stuff, but the actual emotional trauma from the treatment and from the misdiagnosis and everything they did to him. Did you have any of that, or was it pretty quick moving through the process, or was this a long process until you figured out exactly what was the problem?
It was a long process, not my whole childhood like Ren, but it took 15 months of being in and out of the psychiatric ward for the beginning of that, until I said, well, I don't want to go back into a psychiatric ward if I don't want to. I kept saying, I think I can coexist with this psychosis until we figure out what's going to work to make it go away, because the walls in the psychiatric wards were just getting smaller and smaller. Okay. So I was in the psychiatric wards for like a total of 4.5 weeks, which is a long time when you're like scared about what's going on and not getting clear answers, and people, I don't know, the people that you're talking to are not like they meant well, but I think that they were frustrated too. Like, what do we do for this person? Because they hadn't seen a case like it before for themselves. Like they hadn't seen something like this and didn't know what to do, and we're just kind of guessing. Wow. It was scary.
Oh my goodness.
Well,
so it's been
terrifying.
This all started in 2017. So this is just how far I've come in these whatever that is, 9 years.
Yeah, and I've seen some of your older videos. You've got some where you're in the head wrap, and it's sort of early on in this process.
Mm-hmm.
No, what was that? I'm trying to piece together in my head because I've seen so many of your videos that I'm trying to put the timeline together. Now, I feel like that was before you started playing in your videos. Did you do some of just what was happening?
Yeah, so I was just before I was kind of like posting about art projects that I was continuing to see through. So even for my wheelchair, before I started playing the ukulele, from when all this started, I had 17 more art exhibits that people throughout the Maine art community helped me make sure they still happened. And it was really great. So a lot of my posts were just like around me doing my best to make those art exhibits happen. And then the other posts that I did, before I started playing the ukulele, one of the things that I did while I was going through the psychosis to kind of self-soothe and also self-soothe and also to stay connected to my community somehow. Because I felt very isolated being bedbound. I would do these Saturday sing-alongs on YouTube. So I was even like reaching out to music to help even while I was going through the psychosis before I started playing the ukulele. I just thought about songs that I could sing that exist in the world, whose lyrics, if I sung them in the context of what I was going through, would kind of be funny. And I would sing them. So as I would sing them, my head would be throb bobbing as it was doing, and I couldn't control my face or anything. I would just sing anyway with my palsied voice. And to hear them now, they're really very funny. Like I did Just the Two of Us, thinking about me and what I called the imposter, the things that I was saying in my head, where it felt like it had been hijacked. I called this thing in my head the imposter, or gave it the nickname. So it felt like there was two of us. And I sang, I'm not crazy, I'm just a little unwell. And I sang.
That's great.
And I sang I'm on Fire by Bruce Springsteen. Because I sung that once I got the diagnosis of the Lyme disease, because the doctor told me you essentially have brain on fire. You have really high inflammation, and there's been damage done, and we just have to like fix your brain now.
Wow.
So yeah, all of those Saturday sing-alongs are earlier on the videos on my Facebook page.
Wow. So do you want to do another song? Are you ready?
I would love to.
Yeah, let's have another song.
Yeah. What do you want to play?
I'm gonna sing "Sharp Dressed Man" by ZZ Top.
Nice.
Ooh.
Nice. You're bringing the fire this morning.
Diversity.
Oh my god.
That's great.
Clean shirt, new shoes, and I don't know where I am going to. Silk suit, black tie, and I don't need a reason why. They come running just as fast as they can, 'cause every girl's crazy about a sharp-dressed man. Gold watch, diamond ring, I ain't missing not a single thing. Cufflinks, stick pin, when I step out I'm gonna do you in. They come running just as fast as they can, 'cause every girl's crazy about a sharp-dressed man. Top coat, top hat, Well, I don't worry, 'cause my wallet's fat. Black shades, white gloves, looking sharp and looking for love. They come running just as fast as they can, 'cause every girl's crazy about a sharp-dressed man.
Wow.
Whoa.
I
How
love,
true that is. That was awesome. Awesome.
Thank you very much.
I love that note you hit at the end. It was haunting is the best way to describe that. It's beautiful.
Thank you very much for listening.
You are welcome. Thank you so much for playing for us, man.
Yes, what an inspiration you are.
So you've written your memoir, right?
Yeah.
And how's that going? I've seen you doing some. You're doing some speaking, public speaking tours too, right?
I'm doing my best to set things up. I would really like the opportunity one day to do a TED Talk. That would be amazing.
I would.
I
I bet
think-
you there's millions of people that would love to watch your TED Talk.
Yeah, I really would like. I need to figure out how to make that happen. And then, I just had my local book and album launch at an independent bookstore here in Lewiston, and was surrounded by people that have been just really supportive at the open mics, and people that I've met here, and some people who have been friends for years, and it was really nice. So I got to tell a little bit about my book and about the album and stuff, and yeah, I have been trying to share this story as much as possible, just to raise awareness about how your brain can be impacted, and maybe it will help kind of speed up the vaccine process. Making a real working vaccine accessible. I know that there's one in the works. I don't know a lot about it, but I've heard that there is, and that's exciting.
Right. What?
Yeah, so I would love any opportunities I can get to speak about it, and I do my best to set those up.
Oh, absolutely. So I'm looking at your website here, and in addition to your singing, in addition to your your memoir and your writing, I'm looking at the images of some of your art installations. Now, these are incredible.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah. Yeah. I really appreciate you looking at that. So, the work that I did before all this happened is called installation art, and it's a kind of artwork that doesn't exist unless it's installed. And in my case, it didn't really exist or be resolved unless people were participating with it. So, and all of my work was interactive somehow. So it had kind of instructions or guidance that you would read before you would approach each piece, and then you would literally, as an audience member, become part of that piece and literally complete it and be part of it. And I did 9 of these exhibits as part of that 18-year project, and each one took place in a different abandoned mill space in our state, and each one had a different theme. And I had predetermined these themes. Like early on, so like back in 2000. This was a project that took place from 98 through 2016. And each show had 9 different large interactive works. The images that you're showing there is a piece that I did after my injury had taken place, and I had progressed back enough to my cane and was able to work with volunteers to build this. It's essentially a neighborhood that I built in a former high school gym in Westbrook, Maine. And this show is called Color of Memory. I built these 9 houses, and each one was a different color.
Yeah.
And everything inside and outside the house was a different color, and there was sort of like a gray courtyard in the middle of it. And there was a book inside each house that was also the respective color. And I asked people to think of a memory that had that color made them think about and to write the memory in that book.
Yeah,
so hundreds of memories were collected like locally, and then I also posted about this on TikTok, and people would submit their memories from all over the world, and I wrote them in the book during live events where I would dress up in the color. So today we're going to focus on blue. And people who had submitted their memories around the color blue, I would scribe them for them in their honor in the book and then read them out loud to the TikTok audience. And it was really a great piece and the last kind of temporary interactive work that I got to make as an artist. I'm really glad that I had that kind of last big experience.
The colors are so vivid and such detail and such detail in a massive scale.
And I love the whole vision imagery of what color brought to people's lives, and then you take it at that next level with reading the other people's from around the world. Wow, what a great inspiration, creativity. Wow.
I want to go there. And
people go to my website. I actually published some of these memories in one of the books on there. It's called The Color of Memory. I like it as a little book, like as a way to revisit some of the memories, and the memories appear on like the pages are the color of the houses and stuff, and it's just it's an interesting little memento from the experience.
That's incredible.
It's really, really inspirational.
It's a fantastic
and moving.
Oh, yeah.
The emotion behind it. Just me feeling it right now. How color affects us all, and then the memory. The memory that we have of our experiences, and of course you have beyond any of that. But man, that was a really great installation.
It's that great mix of the actual physical, striking. It's a very striking piece in itself, but then you add in the writing and the emotional connection.
Absolutely,
it's just it hits on all the senses.
It does.
Yeah, and I would like to think that if through my sharing my story and the cover songs that I sing, like the reach that I might have through this, like just spreading the word about this and introducing my new self to people, that if one day some organization was like, we would really like to give Amy another opportunity to make art, that I would be able to do that with them. I would love another opportunity to make more work. I just don't know if it's going to happen with my brain injury. I don't have the energy and the resources that one would need to continue that practice that I had. So it would just take a lot of help and a lot of me pointing. Like this goes here and this goes here. I would love the opportunity though.
Well, Amy, you have a lot of followers, and you have a lot of people that really, really adore you, and I would be willing to bet if you put it out there that, hey, I'm doing this, I need help with it, you'd probably have more help than you could ever possibly managing.
I believe so. I do believe in my heart that's the real truth. Put it out there, your concept. You need help, but you have a vision. You just need help. More hands are good to have, as they say.
Yeah.
And so we're looking at this piece here. It looks almost like a mosaic on the wall that people are moving the pieces around. Now, what are those blocks?
Yeah, so that's a piece that I also did when I was recovering from my brain injury. Like I said, I did get a lot of help to continue to make work. That was a piece that was installed in Portsmouth, New Hampshire. And what it was I started, that was, I think, 54 feet long. And I don't remember how many cubes that there were. I can't remember right now. But there was a lot of them. And there's 9 different colors of them. And at the start of the piece, they were all arranged. If you go back to that picture with the lady with the red boots, or like that guy there.
Yeah.
They all started in this certain configuration with blue, with the black cubes on the inside and the white on the outermost edge, I think. See how they're kind of arranged?
Yeah.
I asked people to, they can move whatever cubes they wanted to, but try to keep it always symmetrical. So no matter, like, however you move the cubes, the result should be symmetrical. And what happened with my work over the 25 years that I made it was that I would give these kind of guidelines, and so you can see there how people have. I would give people these guidelines, and then there would be fixers and rebels. So there would be people who would like really try to follow my instructions to see my vision through. And then there would be people who would on purpose kind of not follow my instructions or be rebellious and like, I'm not going to make this symmetrical. I'm going to make it asymmetrical on purpose, like almost do the opposite of what I'm asking. Yeah. And that also became like part of the art, like people's interpretation
exactly
of the work. And then there would be the fixers who would like undo what the rebels did to make it quote unquote right again. And it was just really like an interesting, they were almost like sociological experiments, like how many rebels would there be and how many fixers would there be? And it was just these different like types of people. It always like split between those two things, those two ways people would interact with my work.
Well,
exactly. Through the biennial project, I through the 18-year project, I made 81 interactive installations over the course of the 18 years. There was 9 in each show, and each show was 22 months of work.
Wow!
And it was a great accomplishment to complete it, and I'm glad that I did before this happened.
Wow! So here's another one. Are these?
Yeah, these are. I think that you're on my my page that shows the work from like 2017 on. These are all pieces that I did post brain injury with people's help.
Right. Wow. So are these columns? What are?
Yep, those are all 4x4s that are painted that I instructed people to move in a certain way to change their shape.
Wow. that one kind of reminds me of Kubert a little bit.
Yeah.
So I love your artwork. It's more than just, like I said before, it's more than just something you look at and say, "Oh, that's nice." The blocks. There's some, it's almost like a social experiment to see, the different responses and different reactions, and you get that immediate feedback from people, and I think that's phenomenal.
Thank you so much.
I love that. And so this one here, these are for people that are listening that aren't watching. I guess these are blocks attached to the wall, and it looks like you have random objects put on them. What's
I'm not
what's
really sure. I don't really. This is one that I'm not sure. I remember like what the instructions were, but I imagine that people were probably. From the looks of it, it looks like I had started with 99 specific objects that I had painted white and had placed on these blocks, and that the audience had been instructed to bring small things that they could swap out. So they would like choose an object and replace it with one that they brought, and that would continue throughout the exhibit. So kind of like a give and take piece.
Yeah. It looks like this one here in this picture is the case that the replacement pencil sticks for a mechanical pencil.
Yeah.
I recognize that well. Wow.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm just getting lost in your artwork here. This is phenomenal.
Thank you so much.
So there was one too that I saw. I'm not seeing it here. Sorry, I'm just kind of quick scrolling through some. I want to talk about all of it, but we don't have enough time to talk about all of these. But there was one. I'm going to scroll back up here. Pardon your brain blurry as I'm scrolling through everything. So there's one. It looked like a series of desks with the same book on each desk.
Yes. If you go back to the home page of my website, you'll be able to see that, because I think that's the main image on my. If you click on my name on my website, you'll get back to the home page.
Yeah, there it is.
So This is one of the 9 works that I did for my 9th and final solo biennial in the Mills as part of my 18-year project. The show was called Memory,
Mm-hmm.
and this was not one of the 9 works. And I have to move. Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry.
No, that's okay.
My laptop is suddenly freezing up.
Oh no.
Okay, I'm sorry for the movement.
Oh no, that's okay. I don't have you on screen right now. Anyway, you're good. You're good.
Okay, good. That's perfect. So this piece was called Memoir, and there's 99 desks that I made, and then on each desk there's a book, and there's also a stool under each desk so people can sit at the desks. And on the books there is numbering that represents year dates. So one book had 1918, and they ran through the year of the exhibit, which was 2016. So a 99-year span from 1918 through 2016. And I asked each participant to think of a memory that happened during their lifetime, figure out in what year that memory took place, and to write that memory in that book. Or alternatively, you could walk among the desks, be inspired by a year that was within your lifetime, and then try to think of a memory that took place in that year, and then write a memory in that book. And people were invited to write in up to 9 books. And then once all of the pages were filled, this piece would be considered complete. So filled within a 99-year span. This was a piece I had foreseen reinstalling in different large venues or in different configurations so that people could add to these pages over time.
Yeah, it's very striking.
Yeah. Thank you very much.
Did you get something in each of the books yet?
Yes, there's memories in each of the books, and at some point I'll publish a little book based on this that has a memory from each year.
Wow.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm in awe of all this. You're an incredible artist, incredible person. This is fantastic, and I love that you were able to get 100. So there was somebody that was 100 years old sitting down writing their memories at your book.
And yeah, so the as it was presented each time, the 99 years would advance. So eventually, someone was able to write in one of those earliest books. I don't know if that makes sense, but yes, eventually there is someone writing in the earliest book that I had there.
Wow. Well, God, I'm blown away. That's fantastic. So I do have, just so people know, if you're following along on Facebook, I do have the link to her website down in the comment section. You can go there and check it out. And we'll be sharing this after the show is over and trying to get as many folks as we can there. Do you want to? We only have a few minutes left. We're going to close out the show with one of your recorded songs. But do you want to play another one for us before we go?
Yeah, let me see if my laptop will
okay.
cooperate.
If not, that's okay. We can.
Yeah. If it cuts out, I hope you will go to the other song.
No, we'll be good. We'll be good.
Sorry about that.
No, don't apologize. I'm just happy you're here.
Awesome. All right, so this last song that I was gonna play is "Barracuda" by Heart.
Oh yeah.
Let me take a quick sip of my drink.
Oh, absolutely.
So this ain't the end. I saw you again today. I had to turn my heart away. Smile like the sun, kisses for everyone. and tales it never fails. You lying solo in the weeds, I bet you're gonna ambush me. You got me down, 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 down on my knees. Now wouldn't you, Barracuda? Back over time, we were all trying for free. You met the porpoise and me. No right, no wrong, selling a song, a name. Whisper game. And the real thing don't do the trick. You better make up something quick. You're gonna burn, 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 burn it to the wick. Ooh, Barracuda. Sell me, sell you, the porpoise said. Dive down deep now to save my head. All that night and all the next swam without looking back. And the real thing don't do the trick. You better make up something quick. You're gonna burn, 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 burn it to the wick. Ooh, Barracuda.
Beautiful. Oh my goodness.
Thank you so much.
Oh no, thank you, Amy. Hey, so we are about out of time. I really want to thank you for coming on. It's been you're an absolute delight. You've been wonderful to have on the show.
I really appreciate being here so much.
Oh, I really appreciate you coming on with us. So why don't you tell us one more time? Tell us some things you have coming up. Where to get your book, and anything else you want to tell us before we head out of here.
Thank you so much. So my memoir is called "How My Brain Saved My Life Twice," and you can access this through my website. And it's available paperback, ebook, audiobook, which I narrated myself.
Nice.
And I happen to be narrating it in my normal, for me, voice because I was in a comfortable environment. And you can also find my album Restrung there on my website.
Nice. You know, Amy, I got to say, so in speaking with you, you talk a lot about your voice, and when you're comfortable, you speak normal. I noticed when you speak about your art, you're very crisp, you're very clear. Now,
that's not surprising at all because I have to focus really hard to describe it.
Yeah,
I really have to activate that part of my brain to even describe what's happening.
It almost feels like you love talking, but you love it so much that it sort of clicks everything back into place.
I love talking about my art.
Well, I love talking with you about your art too. So,
thank you.
No problem. I do want to thank you again. We are out of time. We're gonna close things out with a recorded version of one of your songs.
Awesome.
Yeah, and you know what? My brain right now is not thinking because I have it queued up and what song was it I was gonna do? Where'd it go? I've lost it.
I think you wanted to hear "Cruel Summer."
That was it. There we go. I have it queued up here. Now, Amy, I really appreciate your time. I know I've had you on here for a while. Would you mind after we end the show here? Would you mind sticking around with me and just helping me do a little station ID for me that we can put in our legal announcements?
So I can help if you give me help on how to do that.
Okay, absolutely. I would love to have it. I just want to have your beautiful voice on my station, running all the time. So yeah, we're gonna go ahead. We're gonna play "Cruel Summer" by Amy Stacy Curtis. Now I hope I'm going to play this directly from your Bandcamp, and I don't usually do this live like this, but I hope there's no. Are there going to be any ads or anything that are going to play?
Not that I
Okay.
know of.
Perfect. Here we go. Cruel Summer, and then so what we're going to do, Amy, we're going to play the song. We're just going to go right to our outro music, and then I'll mute us. I got to let the outro music play, and then I got to stop the stream, and then we'll just be the two of us here.
Okay, thank you.
All right, cool. Here we go. Cruel Summer.
Hot summer streets and the pavements are burning. I sit around trying to smile, but the air is so heavy and dry. Strange voices are saying things I can't understand. It's too close for comfort. This heat has got right out of hand. It's a cruel, cruel summer, leaving me here on my own. It's a cruel, cruel summer. Now you're gone. The city is crowded, my friends are away, and I'm on my own. It's too hard to handle, so I gotta get up and go. It's a cruel, cruel summer, leaving me here on my own. It's a cruel, cruel summer. Now you're gone. It's a cruel, cruel summer, leaving me here on my own. It's a cruel, cruel summer. Now you're gone.